Hi, so in this video I'm going to be talking about some blank tapes from my collection, more specifically some blank tapes that are still sealed. Now, most cassette enthusiasts like myself will tell you it's always really exciting when you find blank tapes that are still sealed, basically new old stock. And I'm going to be sharing some examples of a few from my collection. So coming up first, I have this beautiful Maxell XL2 chrome cassette, high bias, and it still has the original price tag on it. I've mentioned before that years ago we had a chain of music stores here in Canada called Sam the Record Man, and this is a price tag from Sam the Record Man, and you can see it was sold back in the day for $2.99. Now, I'm not exactly sure what year this would be from. I am estimating probably early 90s, perhaps early to mid 90s, maybe before that. I'm really not sure. But I remember back in the day, you see up here where it says ideal for CD. Yeah, you saw that on a lot of tapes back in the day. I guess it would be people kind of dubbing their CDs to cassette, maybe to play in their car. I know I used to do that back in the day. I never really had a car with a CD player in it when I was younger, but there was often a cassette deck. So I would often dub my CDs to cassette so I could play them in my car. On the back there, not a whole lot. We have the UPC code. We have some information about the position. It says it's 90 minutes long, 135 meters, 443 feet. Some EQ information there as well. I've mentioned before that the Maxell XL2 is probably still my favorite chrome cassette. And you can see there it says energy efficient and anti-resonance cassette mechanism and black magnetite. Yeah, so I'm really proud of that one. Coming up next, we have this sealed cassette from Scotch. Again, a chrome tape, a 60-minute tape. Scotch audio cassette, high position, and wide dynamic range, and it's called the XS2S, and it's manufactured by 3M. Where did I find this tape? I believe I bought this tape at a thrift store in Bangor, Maine, many years ago. Never opened it. Sometimes people ask me, oh, are you planning to open these sealed tapes? Possibly. I don't do a lot of recording on cassette, not as much as I used to. It's always a possibility, but I think for the time being I'm just going to leave this one sealed. I can't remember what I paid for it, probably $1 or less, one of those really awesome finds. And we see there's a little write-up there on the back, and just some information about it. Manufactured in Minnesota, actually sold by 3M with an office in Minnesota, but made in Korea. And we see the UPC code there on the back of this one as well. I remember using Scotch blank tapes back in the day. I recall they worked quite well. They always seemed to give decent results. And the next one I will share with you, this Maxcell Ud2 100-minute tape. And it's referred to as a capsule tape. And it mentions on there the recording time, 100 minutes, 150 meters, 490 feet. And again on the back we have some information, some specifications. Yeah, so I remember using this tape back in the day, and yeah, I remember it being a really good cassette. And I remember back at the time Maxell had this big sweepstakes thing. Maybe it was just in Canada. As you can see here, there's the maple leaf indicating that it was intended for the Canadian market. But I remember, yeah, Maxell ran this huge sweepstakes back in the day. I don't think I ever entered, but anyway, I remember that being quite a big deal at the time. And where did I find this cassette? I believe I found it at Value Village. Yeah, but I'm not 100% sure. And finally, the last thing I'm going to share with you today, I actually just bought these yesterday. What have we here? I have two Memorex cassettes, both 60 minutes, both normal bias, and I was quite pleasantly surprised to find these. We have a chain of dollar stores up here in Canada called the Great Canadian Dollar Store. And I haven't seen cassettes in this store for a long time, but I was in one yesterday and I stumbled upon these. And as you can see, they are being sold for $1.50, so a really good deal. So I picked up two of them. And again, we have some information on the back here. Best used with portable stereo equipment, mini stereo systems or car stereo systems. And of course the logo for Memorex after all these years, is it live? Yeah, just a really simple, straightforward, normal bias cassette. I've mentioned before that I always tend to prefer chrome tapes, but there's nothing wrong with normal tapes, especially if you just want to record dictation or, you know, something on the radio, something very simple. Normal bias tapes do the job quite well. So that's a look at some sealed blank cassettes from my collection. Thank you so much for watching. Leave a comment, let us know. Do you look for sealed blank cassettes? People like myself often will just add them to my collection and just kind of have them as a conversation piece, as a nostalgia piece. But there's lots of people out there who look for these still sealed cassettes and resell them online on places like eBay. Is that you? Do you like to do that? I'm sure people who do that probably make a very decent profit because I know that vintage cassettes, especially if they're still sealed, can sell for a really decent sum of money. So again, leave a comment, give us a thumbs up, and please, as always, subscribe to my channel. I post new videos every week and would love to have you join our family. Thank you so much. We'll see you again next time. Take care. Bye-bye.